Today on Mini Days, I'm going to be showing you how I made this cute hop bunting, this inspiring plaque, and this sweet little Easter decoration. Welcome back to my channel, Mini Days, and a big welcome if you're new on here. So this is how we made the hop bunting. So this is basically just a piece of A4 card that I've just folded over and just creased along the edge there. And then I've roughly marked it in thirds just because I want to have 3 flags on this piece of bunting. And then I've just cut from those markings up in a triangular shape, cutting out the 3 flags. So now I've got my 3 flags, which are basically just folded pieces of card, which I can now just twine in between. I'm just making sure when I glue these shut that the spaces between the flags are quite equal, just so it looks a bit tidier. So I've just laid this twine in between, and then I'm using a hot glue gun purely for quickness. You could use any glue probably to do this, but just purely for the sake of the video, my hot glue gun is just a lifesaver. So I've just glued a little bit along where the twine area is, just so the twine doesn't move from that area, and then a little bit on the bottom of the flag just to hold it down. And then finally, I'm just going to write the word hop on. I'm just going to draw this in just block lettering, which I think is one of the easiest, most effective ways to do a little project like this. So I'm just going to write the word hop across these pieces of bunting. Now I'm using this pen that I bought to write on chalkboard. I'll leave a link down below to where you can get this pen from, and also the chalk sticker that I'll be using in one of my next projects. I'll show you in a minute. Now these are very inexpensive, I think it was a pack of 4, so I'm just using it to write on card. Obviously this isn't chalkboard kind of material, but it just shows you can write on anything, any dark colour with these white pens, and I think it's really effective. So I'm just doing a little kind of leaf design along the top here, just to add a little bit of detail, and then I've just speeded myself up here. So I'm just basically scribbling in kind of the gaps between the lettering. Now it's just basically just to make it look a bit fancier. Like I said, this is probably one of the easiest ways, the most effective ways on doing this type of thing. Ta-da! Then I've just tied it to the back of one of my dining room chairs. I just think it looks really cute. I could put this anywhere around the house. I think it would look really cute. So next, for the chalkboard plaque, I'm basically using this. I've just bought this from Poundland. Yes, only £1. I thought this was just a perfect little kind of project to be transformed into a chalkboard. So I've taken off the twine handle off the top. Bought this, it's kind of like a chalkboard sticker on a roll. I'll leave a link. I bought this obviously with the pen I've just used. I'll leave a link to where I got this from. Very inexpensive. There's meters of it. I'm not sure how much is on the roll, but at least a good few meters. So this is the first time I've actually used it. So I've just laid my plaque on top, and I've just drew around it just to get the exact size. And then I'm just cutting this out, and then just peeling up a corner. Now I've done this fairly quickly. I mean, I probably could have gotten the edges a tiny bit tidier, but I was doing it quite quickly for the video. But just to show you, this is quite straightforward, quite a simple thing. I've got so many projects in mind for the rest of this roll. I'll probably end up having to buy some more. So I'm just lining the corners on, and then just pushing out any bubbles, and then peeling off the rest of the paper from underneath. So that's like my instant little chalkboard. Now when I write on here, now I know if I make a mistake on here I can rub it off, unlike with the card bunting, because this, like I say, is just a chalkboard. So I'm just gonna go with a little saying that's just popped into my head. Live. I'm just gonna speed up the rest. I don't want you to kind of lose interest and turn over to a different channel. Live life in full bloom. I just thought that was a really appropriate little kind of inspirational kind of message, if that's the right word, for this time of year. So I'm just doing the same block lettering for Bloom. I've done the full in like slightly fancier letter, and then Live Life in just quite plain writing, just print. I'm just filling this in. And then next I've just got a few little odds and ends of bits of greenery that I had lying in the bottom of the door, so I'm just gluing a few bits of greenery to the side here. I don't want to put too much on just in case I change this, so I'm just gluing a few little leaves and a little flower just to the edge. And then I just punched some holes through to where the original kind of holes were, and then put the twine back through, and then just hung this on my hall stand. Right, for the next DIY, this is my Mini Days logo. You might recognise it. You can download this from minidays.com. Just go on the free printables page if you want any of my drawings. I always make a copy of them in PDF form so you can use them. So I've just drew around this on a piece of card and then cut it out. And then I've got a twig down here somewhere. Thank you, Minnie. And then I've got this little plant pot which has already got like a polystyrene inside, so a bit like Oasis. And then I've covered it with brown paper just to make it look nice and neutral. And then I'm just going to push a stick inside. You could always put soil in, you could put stones in, anything really to weight it down or to hold the stick in place. Plasticine, anything like that. And then I'm just working out where I'm going to attach my rabbit before I go ahead with the hot glue. And then if by magic, a couple of seconds later, the hot glue's done its work. And then I've got a few bits of kind of grass here that I found just lying around. I've trimmed some of these bits of grass down shorter just to kind of make the bottom a little bit more covered. And then I've just popped it on my window ledge. I think it looks like it's jumping over the wall in the distance. I think this has worked out so super effective, this gorgeous little silhouette rabbit. So I hope you've enjoyed watching my 3 easy spring Easter DIYs. Please give me a thumbs up if you have. You can read more about any of my DIYs, including these ones, over at minidays.com, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I shall see you again next Friday. Goodbye for now. Yay!
Oh, I bit my crumpet.
Oh, Millie's burnt a crumpet, Millie.
Only one though.
What?
Mum,
Yeah?
can you buy some more lemon?
Yeah?
Okay.
What's Millie doing? Go see Millie. Go see Millie. Just gonna get you a toy.